We're going live. So, hey, everybody, this is James from OutLaw Frags. We've got Fragrance Fanatic in the house and making sense.
What up?
So, we are just getting started. Hey, can anybody share the link to their Facebook?
Yeah. I know a guy.
You know a guy? I know a guy who knows a guy.
No guy knows a guy knows a guy.
You just got to be careful saying around Fragrance Fanatic, you end up in jail.
No, man. I work at school now, man.
So, how is this affecting you, bro?
I've been working every day. We pass out about 10,000 meals a week to kids who don't eat. It's like 50% of our kids don't eat at home, which is sad. So we feed them. So yeah, we've been passing about like I said, pretty much every day. It's short schedules though. We only work 9:30 to 2 or 2:30, Monday through Friday. But yeah, just passing out food. And so we work our hours off so that we're paid in the summer. So I have like 30 more hours. So I work 2 more weeks, and then I should be off possibly until August.
Outstanding. Hey, Mark is in the house. What's up, Mark?
What's
I
going
can't
on,
see
Mark?
anybody.
He's one guy that I have asked a bunch of times.
There
He
he
doesn't
is.
live too far from me south. I was like, dude, you should come up and we'll do some videos. Like, nope, I'll come hang out, but I'm not getting in front of a camera. And it's not like he looks like he got hit in the face with a brick, not like me. I mean, I don't know what his issue is.
What's going on, Mark? Mark's really active. He comments on a lot of videos. Thanks for
Yeah,
your
and
support,
you know what?
buddy.
For a long time, I was watching an old Joy Armin video. And I was looking through the comments. I was like, holy smokes, there's Mark.
Really?
Yeah,
See?
nah. He was
Allegedly-
commenting on, way back, even when Chris was still putting out a bunch of content before he passed. So I was like, holy smokes, he's been active in the community forever.
That's
Since I
awesome.
have no business on camera. What's up, Motivated Limit?
What's up, Mr. Chris?
What's going on,
Hope everyone's
guys?
safe too, brother.
Oh,
I'm sharing this right now. So I'm not totally ignoring everyone. I'm just trying to share this online.
Yeah, not a problem, bro.
so what about you guys?
Ron,
Have you guys been
Ron.
working?
Nah,
Yeah.
I've been laid off for the last 2 weeks. They closed all the restaurants.
Okay.
Well, let me restate that, because I see some like Safeway, not Safeway, Subway was open, but most of all the dine-in restaurants are closed, mandatory closed, and all the bars are closed. So I've been out of work for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I'm still working. My day job's still active. I work in the automotive industry
Okay.
for collision repair, things like that. So people still have to get to work, nurses, police officers, anybody like that, and their vehicles get crashed and broken down as well. So
All
we
right.
have to be there for that reason.
My sin of the day today was Ovation for Men by Sean Crenshaw.
Nice.
So Mark was asking what we were wearing.
Yeah, mine is actually Intense for Man by Sapil, this wonderful little gem that's sitting out right next to me.
Nice. I actually didn't have a normal scent of the day today. So I've been tinkering with a lot of stuff, and I made hand sanitizer. So this
Awesome.
this smells just like Tom Ford Lost Cherry.
Dang.
Wow, that's one of my favorites.
So actually, I was talking to him the other day about tinkering with Baccarat Rouge 540. James,
Uh-huh.
I made one of these that smells like that too. It's kind of like I melted a bunch of what are those things? Peeps. Put it into a bottle.
So are you using aloe vera?
So this says perfumer's alcohol, aloe vera, glycerin,
Okay.
perfumer's grade glycerin, and like a cologne oil.
Okay.
And that's pretty much the gist of it.
That's awesome.
Smells good though. So I keep wiping my hands because I'm at work all day, and I literally probably wear 30 pairs of gloves a day.
Dang.
Walk out. I'm over the top, and even though I say I'm over the top, I'm still probably not doing enough. But I literally change them if I touch a door handle, anything. I put new ones on. Because think about it. You touch this, whatever you touch next is getting whatever's on that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Everybody touches their face. Just
Yeah. Well, the drive-through creeps me out more than anything. If you go to a drive-through, they're like, "Oh, your gloves." Yeah, for the last 150 people.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Damn, I had coffee today."
So far we got 5 people.
James, what is it? What is Sapple Intense? Never tried that. Is that what you're wearing today, James?
Yeah, it is. I actually sent some to Mark. Like, I'm a huge fan of Invictus Aqua. This is 18.
I like it.
So these two are super close together. Like this, before I got this, I was like, man, I love this. Then this showed up, and it's super cheap, and it smells better than Invictus Aqua. It lasts longer, it projects better. It's a better fragrance overall. And this is like $15.
I need to look it up.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty epic, actually. The price is ridiculous, and it smells even better.
Yeah, I like it way, way, way better. It's much smoother. It's a little bit more playful. When I say that, it's a little bit sweeter, but I like a sweet fragrance anyways. But it's outstanding.
That's awesome.
I did a review on that back on the channel, I want to say last summer. So I stumbled onto this. This is really hard to find in the States. It's from, I want to say the company is from Dubai.
Oh, okay. Chris, you're epic, but I'm going to say that at least 100 times today. Epic's like that word. I'm also from New England, so if I say wicked, that makes sense to me. Might not make sense to you guys. It means a good thing. It's a good thing. All right.
Says, we are epic. Good. Donate money. Throw cash my way. I'll make sure to keep all my clothes on. That way you ain't got to pay me to put it back on.
There you go. That's funny. Oh, good. It worked. My share worked. I'll throw it out a couple places.
I still need to just clean out this laptop and reload it. I haven't opened this thing in forever. This all was last minute because I thought I could do it with the phone.
Gotcha. Well, even we talked about it before. So when I went to go log on tonight, this thing was installing like 30 updates. So it took like 20 minutes to get through that. I'm like, really? And I just bought a new. Now I just installed Windows on this. We never really used this. This is a full PC, and we never really used it much. But I just bought a solid state drive for this. That if we weren't doing this tonight, I'd be updating that. Because it just drives me crazy. The little delayed loading and stuff. It's crazy. All right, last thing to share will be good. What fragrances do you have set aside today there, James? I know you had a couple you wanted to talk about.
For me, I've got Sauvage and Sapil.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
And Victus Aqua, because it's so closely related to Intense Man. But that's what I dragged out.
Yeah, that works.
Because between the two of those, we've all experienced a ton of them. It's both of them. Victus Aqua has been out since 2018. It's 2015 for Sauvage, so a lot of people have experience with both of them.
What would you say if I told you I've never smelt Invictus Aqua?
Really?
Nope.
I would say you probably have smelled it, just not known.
It's just not
so
called
many
that.
things that there's so many things that smell like it.
Yeah, it's a super popular DNA.
Mm-hmm. It's good. I like it.
So the original Invictus, I'm not the biggest fan of. I don't know if you guys are or not. There's nothing wrong with it. It's clean. It's fresh.
I don't own it.
It's like I don't remember where I got it, but I think I might have gotten it in a trade or something. But I mean, it smells nice. My son loves it. Like, thinks it's amazing. So that'll be his fragrance at some point. He talked about. He's like, I love this one. It's in a a trophy bottle. Like, all right, man, you're the best. But this isn't it, of course. Actually, this is YSLY Fresh. Oh,
I want to get my.
How is that? I haven't even smelled it.
Yeah, I want to get my hands on that one too.
So I don't like to say anything that I'm not positive of. Just the original spray, because I've only done my first impression on this, and I haven't worn it since. I just filmed that a few days ago, but it's really, the title tells it all. I think this will be a summer banger for people. If you're a fan of Dolce & Gabbana, not the one, Light Blue Intense, then you'll probably be a fan of this. They're very much in the same wheelhouse to me. If I had to just go off of my basic testing of this thing, it's probably the third in the line out of the four for me. I don't want to reveal the top two because that's going to be a video. But it's between Y Live and YEDP. EDT is the bottom of the list. This is number 3, in my opinion, so far. The other two are the top two, and they're really close, but one does topple the other, in my opinion. They're really good.
Hey, Mark asked a question: what do we all use to record our videos?
I use a Canon. Is it not a 50D? What is the one that the most common web one? It's a Canon. I have to go find out now. Hold on. I think it's like a M50.
You got an M50? Is that what you got?
Yeah, it's an M50.
Yeah.
It's a nice camera.
It's a nice little mirrorless camera. I use a whole bunch of different things, from all the way down from a Nikon D3300 to I have a Canon D7i that I've got rigged out. So it just depends on what I'm using. Right now I'm using a webcam.
That's clear.
So
I use a Canon T4i.
Is that what you're using?
That's all I have. Just with I have new lenses though. So old camera, new lenses.
Yeah.
But it works.
For me, I'm like, dude, whatever camera you got is the best one to use. There's a lot of people that make good content with a phone.
Yeah, I used a phone first for everything. And it was funny because people would comment like, that autofocusing is killing me. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, words.
And to me, it looked amazing. I'm like, this is the best video I ever did. And then I'm like, wait a minute. That guy pointed out that focus thing, and I can't stop seeing it now.
Somebody's breaking in your house, Steve.
That's my wife.
Like I said,
lock the doors.
Somebody's breaking in your house.
So,
Steve, what did you say? The most amazing investment you ever made was just walking in the door? Speakers on or off? Speakers on or off?
I got these in.
Never mind then. The most expensive investment you have ever made is just walking into the door. I hear it loud and clear. That's awesome.
He's all waving.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Chief Sense? How you doing, Keith?
They saw you walking.
We were so excited. He was smiling so big.
What's up, Mr. Chief Sense? William, I can read some of these comments. William Davis. I've had Babylon Fragrances. They sent me their version of Virgin Island water, and it's actually pretty decent. It has a little more lime. That's kind of why I guess I like it more than the original.
What's up, Rushter?
Steve, who did you say that is from again?
It says William Davis. Can either of you guys give a thumbs up on Babylon Fragrances?
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Can you experience them? I haven't.
Yeah, they sent me a bottle about 5-6 months ago.
Oh yeah.
I haven't bought anything from them, to be honest with you. I've sampled quite a few. They sent me a bunch of things to sample, but out of what they sent, I would say I don't even know what it's called. Their version of the Virgin Island water is really good.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Mark, you should start a channel. Mark is always
might as well, bro. You can't be camera shy as much as I see you post up a selfie.
Hey, Noe's ready to join.
Uh-oh.
Is he?
He said, let me get him the link.
Cool.
No E.
Give me 1 second.
Do you like the ESP, like the old overcast? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the main stage.
No doubt.
We have the one and only Noe from Titan Fragrance. If he popped up right there, that would have been perfect.
That would be awesome.
So,
James from
making sense. What days do you do your live stream? I forgot.
Whatever day I decide to do a live stream.
Gotcha.
Usually what happens is either I have something to talk about in general, or if for some reason I don't feel like I'm going to record a video right there and then, I'll just jump on a live stream and just start talking to everybody. Once in a while, I've talked to a bunch of different people about stuff in the community, and that excites me. And I'm like, I'm going to jump on a live stream. And then we had the one we had, so that was cool too.
Gotcha. Because I think I'm going to try and do this on the channel every Friday. So I've reached out and talked to a whole bunch of people, see if I can get them to commit to doing it on a certain date. That way people can plan for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. During normal times, weekends are sometimes hard for me because of the DJ stuff.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Most people are home right now.
Yeah. So normally Fridays are mediocre. It's kind of a toss-up. But Saturdays, I'm never home.
Do you have a business or you DJ at a club?
Yeah, it's a mobile DJ company. I'm doing it
That's
for like 21 years or so. And then Saturdays, if I don't have a wedding or something like that, I work at the local bowling alley, which is pretty epic.
I don't have the time to do that, but I do have a setup. I don't have time to even. I mean, I already have my graphics business keeps me so bogged down. But yeah, I play around a little bit with my turntables here at the house.
Hey, there
every
you go.
now and then.
It's not a bad thing. It's fun.
I got a Denon set up MC6000.
Yeah, that's what I use.
So, yeah, it's good. Good little turntable. 4 decks.
It's definitely a great tool. And it's very, very, very reliable. Whee.
Let me see if he's coming in here.
I've never tried Babylon fragrances.
No, man, I need to send you guys some of this to check out. I think I might have some of their small samples too. They're not bad, but you know, I have a lot of inspirations. I mean, a lot that people have sent, and they're not bad though. They're pretty decent.
I got a ton of them too. Well, you remember that video that I got tagged in about clones? So I pulled out all the clones and set them in front that I had been sent.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, it was literally corner to corner.
Yeah,
that was cool. That's a lot of clones. Dangerous. Do you have a favorite house for clones? Look at me putting you on the spot.
It depends. Some scents I like better from certain companies. Like as for the clone I like the best of Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, I like Alts the best. You know, I really like genres as well, but the cherry in the genre is much darker cherry. The one in Alt is a nice bright kind of like a Maraschino cherry, and I really dig that. When it comes to like BK 540, the best one I've smelt so far to date is from Alt.
It is really good. Yeah. Yes, it's very good from Alt.
You know,
what about that? Did you get my Russian clone in yet?
No, not yet. It won't show up till the 30th.
What the heck?
Yeah. Well, they put it on the back of a desert tortoise and then just sent it this direction.
That's funny. I can't wait to hear you say. I can't wait to hear your response to that one. Steve,
I'm really looking forward to looking at the bottle. To be honest with you, because I've got a real bottle and see if you can know where the differences are. Because just looking at it in the video that me and you were doing, I was like, man, that looks balls on. I didn't see anything that was like, hey, that looks like a cheapo.
If you didn't know what it was, or you weren't really involved in the fragrance community, you might not know. Yeah. And if you smell it and you go off of the description from of what everyone says it smells like it. It does. It's just now, mind you, it's been sitting for like a year now. So maybe it's sitting long enough, and now all of a sudden the chemicals are working together. Now that I'm learning more about the breakdown of them, because the basic fragrances, as far as everything I've been reading on it, from the alcohol and so on and so forth, it takes about 10 to 14 days in a chiller to make it
for the maceration process to be complete.
But even beyond that, it gets even better and better and better. But it breaks down the stuff just the right way. I ordered a ton of different ingredients. Not a ton, like 20-something ingredients or so. I'm going to order more because I want to be able to tell what everything is in the fragrance. I even got ambroxan crystals. That's so weird. Taking the little crystals,
dang,
and it makes your nose tingle like Sauvage. You're like,
oh my god,
what the heck? There's one of them that has a really cool smell to it, but I don't even know what it's called. It's just, this stuff's pretty cool. I think I have oud coming like in a week.
That's an interesting ingredient. When I was in New York for Sin Explorer, George had a whole bunch of different natural ouds out that you could just smell that were raw ingredients. What people? Wow, there's a dog going crazy somewhere.
It is comfortable.
Now
It's
my
okay.
dogs want to get on it. Lovely, but it doesn't smell when it's in its raw form. Doesn't smell like what you associate in a bunch of different fragrances, which was really true. Hey, shut up!
I actually had a guy who kept trying to sell me oud. I had a guy message me earlier trying to sell me oud, and I have no idea why he. I mean, it must just because of the channel in general. Mm-hmm. But he kept messaging me about trying to buy oud.
Yeah, I got the same deal.
Yeah, $117 for a 3 ml or something like that. His decimal point kept being in the wrong spot.
Oh man, Titan's been there. I don't know how long. Let me.
I just messed. There you go,
brother. Hey. Were you sitting there long?
No, I was just enjoying the dogs barking.
Oh yeah. That's a high dollar special effect right there. You know how much that cost me to stage?
Oh man,
those aren't even real.
Priceless.
It sounds real, doesn't it?
Very, very real. You selling them?
Oh lordy!
They come with free fur.
Free fur? Oh yeah.
Yep. And free feces smell. It's this very special, ingredient that comes built into the dogs.
Man, this is killing me here.
Quite earthy. How y'all been doing?
Good, man. You?
Oh, been good. Been just working and trying to stay away from people, I guess.
My favorite thing. Do you work with people during the day at all, other than coworkers?
We have isolated us as our coworkers, like our little group. We're together, but just to general public, as going out there, and luckily we're just doing main construction jobs. We ain't doing, or if transformers go out or something like that, we'll go restore power, but really not doing too much involvement with people.
I keep walking away from people. So I'm an auto damage appraiser during the day. I take photos of damaged vehicles, get the scenarios, but I'm like 5 to 10 feet away. And it's all right. So everyone wants to be near you, even now, which doesn't make any sense to me because we're looking at the damage on the car. So I'll take a step back. And like I had one guy today, he just kept taking 2 steps forward. And I'm like, 2 steps back. You take 2 more steps forward. I take 2 more steps back. We walked around the whole car, and I finally said, "Do you realize that I keep moving backwards?" Yeah, that's why I keep moving closer. I'm like, oh man. I'm like, do you see the gloves? Do you see how I made you open the door and step back, and then like all that kind of stuff? It's crazy, man. But with that being said, it's still kind of funny. Some of the reactions are just. I had one guy say, open his doors. He ran across the street and just stayed there. He said, "Let me know when you're done." I'm like, what? I don't even know. We'll just do this. This is fine.
Oh, I know. It's just a weird time.
Oh, so fresh is in the house. What's up, Mega Dave?
Mega Dave. Got
like Rick said that he had to step out, but thanks
for Mega
buddy for dropping in.
Nice.
I hear y'all talking about some genre and stuff like that. I did get a couple of them in today too.
That's awesome. Yeah. What'd you get?
Let's see. I know I got a couple of the Sacred Oud. Well, I got Colonial 22.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. I got a smaller one the last time, so I said, man, I got to get the bigger one. And I did get MM X-Straight. Y'all were talking about Baccarat Rouge.
I love that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I definitely think this X-Straight is pretty spot on. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I will say I've got it, both versions that he has, and the X-Straight is better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as soon as I got the small one, and then I smelled it, I was like, man, that's pretty close. And I got Utopia.
Utopia is good. I've bought about 7 of those and given them out as gifts. I seriously have.
Yeah, they're all. I actually sprayed that one out. Man, it's good. Really, these caps get on here though. But yeah, and then I got a couple of the. I wanted to compare with Oud for Greatness. I got Sacred Oud just to see how well their take is on it. So I got Sacred Oud, and then MDMA and Pendulum, a couple of Initio.
Nice. I like Pendulum.
The MDMA, that's supposed to be the Baccarat Rouge 540 EDP, isn't it?
No,
Yeah.
MDMA is like psychedelic love, I believe.
Yes. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Psychedelic.
Yeah, you're right.
The MM extrait is Baccarat Rouge,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I do love that one. That one is I got the smaller 10 mil or whatever.
Mhm.
I got to go ahead and get the big one.
I think the Extrait from Genre is my favorite Baccarat Rouge clone that I've tried so far, but now I have to try Alt because
Yeah,
James
man.
said
All out of
Alt
all
is
of them
good.
I got, and I got a bunch of them because that's my favorite scent.
If you
Um,
reach out
Alt
to
is the
them,
one
and
that
they
has
will.
really stood out to me.
All
I'm sorry,
fragrance
go
is no, you're good. All fragrance is super good about collaborating. They love collaborating with YouTube reviewers. So
Yeah.
reach out to them on Instagram or Facebook, and they're super good. They'll send you probably a mess full of samples to check out. But they're pretty decent. Their Ventus is pretty decent also.
Yeah. I like their, well, like I said, my favorite Tom Ford Lost Cherry is Alt, Cherry Smash
Mhm.
from Alt.
It's
man.
really good.
Yeah. It
And their
rocks.
Baccarat Rouge 540 is legit. Like the burnt cotton candy, it's legit through the whole entire fragrance. I absolutely
Yeah.
love it.
every time you guys talk about BR540 or Tom Ford Lost Cherry, I'm gonna go like this. It's just hand sanitizer, but man, it's there. It's so not right.
That's the one you gave away, huh?
This is I gave away the green one with the aloe vera gel in it a little bit.
Mhm.
This one here is the same thing, but with aloe vera.
Juice.
It's like juice, but it's not the juice. It's extract.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
it's
okay.
still liquid form, but it's
Mhm.
it's that, and it's got glycerin in it. So
Get
perfume
more
grade
consistent.
glycerin. Yeah, to keep it so, because it has to. Weird thing, because I've read way too much information about the facts behind this craziness. It has to be able to last for 20 seconds on your skin. If it absorbs, not that it absorbs, but if it doesn't stay there and basically radiate for at least 20 seconds,
Mm-hmm.
it's dissolved, because alcohol will dissolve in 70 degrees, like that.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, it evaporates.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So that's why you need the glycerin or the fats or the aloe, something else to keep it moisturized. And then I got 6 or 12 ounces of vitamin E gel today. So, or oil, vitamin E oil. So I'll add that to it a little bit.
That's cool.
Yeah, my coworker's like, one of them stole one of the bottles.
Oh my god.
He's like, I was fine with it because whatever works. But he's like, hey, just so you know, have a good weekend. This one here that smells like the virgin thing, I'm taking it. And he walked away. I'm like, all right, man, that works.
You got to convert.
Right? Exactly. I have one of these. I'm sending out to James, actually, of the Baccarat Rouge 541.
So, Titan, what's your scent of the day?
Actually, that's I put on Caribbean Casino. Actually, I know I haven't let it macerate because I just got it in, but man, it is so potent. It is even just straight. I mean, and I love the Virgin Island water take that Dua uses, like with the Poseidon in the Caribbean, and it's just so the lime or whatever is very juicy. And it lasts. Like I said, I have a buddy of mine who I turned on to these, and in passing before all this happened, he came and worked with us one day on the crew, and he was like, boom, right in my, like it smelled great, but I was thinking, you punk, now I can't wear that to work. And I couldn't, but it smells so good.
Like you.
Yeah, I can't smell like him. So he literally all day long, and we were wet. It was still pretty warm that day. We were pretty vigorous and doing a lot of work, sweating, and even at the end of the day, he still was projecting. And I was like, wow, because Virgin Island water from Creed blows. It don't hold a candle to nothing. That thing is so
here and gone.
Yes.
And I have a tiny little decant of it. I think I've got like 10 mils.
And so, man, it's trash for performance. I love the scent profile, but it's just trash, especially around like right now as it's warming up. I'd like that almost, like
tropical vibe
on my vacation, that vibe. And so I definitely got this one. Loved it. Yes. It's just trash for performance for me.
You're not wrong. It's on my list of overhyped fragrances because it smells nice, but man, you spray it and then you need to go spray it again and then again and maybe again. and then again,
And
and every spray is like $5.
How much is that a mil?
This one here is called 0 mil because I'm never going to spray another spray out of it. It's just on the shelf to look pretty over there. I think that this bottle you can get in the FragCom for like $125 to $150. It's really not that bad if you buy it that way, but he's not wrong, man. Some of the clones they add whatever they're putting for fixatives, which are the chemicals to prolong and make them actually activate longer, are doing something right.
Yeah,
they're just adding something to it. And there's so many weird things you can add to these to make them last, which makes no sense to why these guys don't put stuff in there that lasts forever.
Yes.
But they want you to spray it so you buy another bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not happening.
I like the inspirations that have a more heavy line, in my opinion, like less coconut, heavy line.
Yeah.
I absolutely love the inspirations that do that. And Babylon did that. And then they also have theirs is a little like it's kind of like a little fizzy. So you get kind of like that I don't know, it's weird. It's like like if they were to carbonate a fragrance, it kind of you get that little fizziness with the line. It's just a really awesome take of Virgin Island water.
Awesome.
So I do love wearing it in the summer.
I know Duo gets its hate and all that, but I do like their hybrid type. It just takes the best of some of the different ones. So I mean, yeah, for me, I think it's with the performance that I see it coming, it's a good bang for your buck. Like I've said it in that clone video, what I thought of clones. I think that I want to try Alexandria. I want to try Alt. I want to try all those other ones because, man, for the price, unless, especially with guys that have a larger than 20 bottle collection, you don't need more than 30 ml.
No.
And who cares if the
Russell's
price
in the house.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Titan. I apologize.
No, it's okay. Everyone, I think, and I used to do that right off the gate. Is like, well, with the 100 ml, I get a better price per mil. But if you have more than 20 and you're going to have a rotation, the price per mil, it doesn't matter if I have 80 mils sitting on the shelf if I'm never going to get them. Right?
Well, it does because you got more money than me.
Oh, no.
I haven't really looked at how much stuff costs because I've got, I think, now a total of 12 duos. And I will say that with the exception of one fragrance, they're all really outstanding. And even I've got one back when they still had the really horrible packaging. Well, there was no packaging. It was the horrible bottle with the cheesy top. And it is African leather by Memo. And it is absolutely outstanding. It's a great fragrance. All of them except for 44 shades of vanilla. I don't know what they were thinking with that because that's just like 50 shades of pepper.
Is this?
But that line is really good quality. I just have a hard time, man. The pricing is high for a clone.
Is that the bottle that you're talking about? Is that the bottle?
Yep, exactly. Just like what you got there, buddy.
I like this bottle. Hold on, let me get my hand down below. Oh, wait. It's still staying. No, it's still staying. Usually they just falls.
Yeah,
but
I have one that you literally, if you take the bottle and do this, the cap falls off.
Yeah, I only have one this style.
I have one
like that right now.
Yeah,
that's the only one I have of the style. And then I even have one of these right here. This is some Bad Larry stuff right here.
Man,
I
actually like that cap better.
Yeah,
I will say that for all of the clone companies, their presentation has really started to come up.
So I have Dua's original Casino Royale or whatever when it came in the wooden box.
Wow.
They did like a special years ago, and I don't use it much, but it's the original one. It's the 30 ml bottle like that you see Alexandria use.
Okay.
It's like those. It was those bottles with the gold sleeve cap, little China made. Yeah, like that. Yep, just like that.
Yeah.
But no, it came with a wooden box. Kind of cool. So
the presentation part's cool. That's one of the things I love about the genre is they always have the what was I gonna say? They always have the baggies, the bags they put them in. They were including like a wiping cloth for a while. I don't know if they still do. Yeah, this thing right here. Did they include another one of these?
I have one of those. I didn't see it in this shipment, but the little bag, I mean, they for the price, it's
really he does a good job.
So I was telling.
Is he still using? Like he had a really good atomizer on his bottle for a while, and then he changed. Is he still using the same crap one, or did he change back?
I
Because
don't
he
know.
had good atomizers on it for a while, and then the cap got smaller. Did anybody notice that?
I haven't
No?
bought some in a while.
This is my second purchase.
Is it? I got a bunch of them. I got like 15 from him, so it showed up real big when you're lining them all up. But yeah, the new atomizer that from the last one I bought was really weak, but the ones in the beginning were great. But man, his presentation is outstanding. You know,
He's
I got to
come
give
a long way. I was telling Noe, I was a part of the genre group when we were in the double digits.
Really?
I think we were at I joined when we were I don't know, 50 or 60 members.
It's one of the original.
Yeah, there you go. Yep, I have the Virgin Island Water original. When it used to come in the white tube packaging.
Yeah.
It was a white, like a paper tube cake. There you go. Yep. I got it.
Mike got it all.
Yep. So
I just did that for any watches.
the presentations come up a lot. He's always, and it's amazing. I know he brought the bottle when we met up with that red one, and I was like, that is amazing. Those are gorgeous bottles.
Yeah. Especially, I like the decal that he has on him. He's done an outstanding job. Yeah, there you go, right there.
Ridiculous.
That's a beautiful presentation.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Are they ordering still open on those?
No, he already closed ordering. I think.
Closed it, I think.
Like yesterday.
And if
they had a stack of orders
24/7, he could make money hand over fist.
Oh, he would have to quit working in the oil field.
Yeah, I think that's really what keeps him from doing it. Is he makes such good money in the oil field?
That's it. Yeah, he has to leave.
Something like that.
You know what though? There's also such a demand because of the way he does it.
Exactly. Yes.
And like the Disney used to release movies, people would be like, "All right, as soon as it comes out, I'm getting it at the store," and everyone would be lining up to buy this DVD that was released 4 times already. You know, because you couldn't buy it online anymore. You couldn't get this. You couldn't do that. It's a. I know he does it for a specific reason, but I think it also helps. I mean, he might sell more overall the other way, but it builds hype and anticipation. Like, you get excited about it.
And the exclusivity.
And D is big.
The what?
Almost some exclusivity, I think, because if you think about it, I mean, if you don't hop on it, it's harder to get some of his own creations or anything really. It becomes a little harder to get them if you can't just get them but once a month.
And the originals are amazing.
Ran After My Car. That's a good one.
Oh my God! Ran After My Car is legit.
Yeah, that's what I got right here.
I gave Noe Voodoo.
That's good.
That thing
Voodoo
is
legit.
Awesome. Love it, man.
Yep. I don't think they're not doing those bottles anymore, right?
No.
Yeah, so I hooked Noe up with that when we met up. It's legit because I had another one.
I think one of my favorites for sure. I mean, I like it actually better than REMC, and REMC is a fire.
Voodoo is legit though. It doesn't get enough attention as it should. Like Devin said that numerous times when we talk back and forth. Voodoo just doesn't get the attention like it should. Unfortunately, it deserves a lot more, in my opinion.
Yes.
Yeah, they're both great frags.
So William Davis says number 1 is Dua Casino Elixir 2, Alexandria Xeon 3, Central Sessions Andy Warhol. I've got Andy Warhol from Kevin's line.
It is that I love it.
Yes, it's outstanding.
Yep.
I have Alexander Fragrance Xeon. That's really good. It's Enigma. No, it's not. It's Elysium.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the Elixir 2 from Dua though.
I don't.
Anyone of you guys got that in your collection? I'm not sure, man. They have such a large catalog of fragrances. It's hard to keep up with what Dua makes.
I got Casino Elixir, and I've definitely put a dent in that thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's dynamite. So
you know which one that they make that I really like too is Poseidon Cocoa. Have you tried that?
No.
It's supposed to be
that's a chocolate one.
Yeah, it's got a real light note of chocolate in the background. It's actually pretty good.
What's that, like a Ventus in that, or something?
Yeah, it's a Ventus and like a chocolate note on top of it.
Interesting.
You would think it'd be horrible, but it's not. It's really good. Because when I first thought about it, I was like, man, it's a whole lot of fresh juniper berry kind of, pineapple and then chocolate on top of that. But it actually is really good.
Man, I have it. Was it Cacao Dreams or the one from Alexandria? What's it called?
Yeah, I think it's Cacao Dreams.
That is really decent. A very gourmandish, chocolatey. I've gotten so many like compliments with that. People who love the smell of chocolate, they're like, "Oh my God, what is that?" And it lasts like for 3 days, 4 days, 4 weeks. I mean, it lasts and projects like a monster.
Yeah, man, my favorite chocolate scent is Chocolate Makes Me Happy from Unique. Have any of you guys smelled that?
Mm-mm.
No, man, it smells so good. It's retarded.
I need to check that out.
Gourmandy, I'm guessing.
Yeah, man, it smells just like. Man, this is gonna be a funny analogy, but it smells like sex and chocolate, bro. It's the best way I can break it down. But it's an amazing scent. It's from the company or house called Unique.
That's awesome.
There's just so many houses out there that are doing great work. It's to get to all of them.
Yeah, no doubt.
James, you're back. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. I was gonna say I just had there's a newer inspiration company. They're really only doing like Creed that I had posted on my Instagram. They're called Fragrance Club Collection, and I'll be honest with you, their Creed Viking is really close. And I don't even like Viking like that, to be honest. I don't wear it much. It's pretty close. But they sent me a whole bunch. I plan to review them at some point, but I'm just kind of testing them out. But they're pretty close. But they sent me their whole collection: Silver Mountain Water, Virgin Island. Oh, no, not Virgin. Aventus, Viking, Imperial, and then something else.
Cool.
What was the name of them?
Fragrance Club Collection, I think. Hold on one second. Yeah, Fragrance Club Collection. Their Instagram is Creed Replicas. That's their name. But they're super generous to fragrance reviewers. They want to get their name out there. They're a newer company, but their stuff's pretty close, I won't lie. Their Ventus isn't as, and it's nothing against them, but it's not as good, in my opinion, as Alt. I think Alt kind of is a little closer, in my opinion. It's really synthetic. It does last, but it's not, it's about 90% maybe. And I'm being a little generous on that. It might be a little less, in my opinion. It's got the Aventus DNA, but you can definitely sense the synthetic makeup of it, and it doesn't necessarily hold true to the exact fragrance of Aventus, in my opinion.
Gotcha. What's up, Mr. Flynn? Welcome aboard, man. Yeah, it's funny. Central Sessions. So, Mark MD posted down there. Every time I put their fragrances in my bottles, I make my own labels.
Yeah, that's an awesome label.
That's the Andy Warhol one with the eyeballs. The Baccarat Rouge. Oh wait, this is Double Aventus.
Dude, that's legit.
How was their Double Aventus 540 or whatever?
That's solid too.
That's good.
Yeah, it actually is really good. I would suggest, we did
that's an awesome label.
A review is to buy both the bottles separately and then blend it yourself. That way you end up with 3 fragrances instead of just one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because to me, when you just blend them, have one in one bottle and the other, man, it smells wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can pick how much of which one you want to stick out more.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the concept. If you try his and you just love it, and you like it that way, that's cool too. Because the prices are so fair. I mean, you can buy 100 ml like $50-something.
Yeah, it's ridiculously affordable thing for what you're getting. I mean,
and I'll tell you, buy the stuff. Now, I'm not buying anywhere near the amount of materials he gets and whatever.
Yeah.
But, just to get the oil, like the alcohol for this was $70 for a gallon of it. Dang. Now, how many times you got to mess up to get the right mixture or whatever the heck it is you're doing?
But have you seen the box of what you're talking about that Kevin posted?
What's that?
A huge box of oopses.
Yep, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah, it's crazy. Thanks, Mark. But yeah, for me, all the different stuff you have to get, because he also has to figure out which molecules make the fragrance last longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, like for me, this one here, which is the most talked about one from his house, clearly, Andy Warhol, that one it lasts for me, and it's so easy just to spray. We talked about it last time, James. The next day. It's so easy just to put on again.
Yeah.
So, but to find the right things to mix with those like oils, we'll call it, to find the right additives to put in there that don't ruin the smell and make it prolonged is insane, because there's like thousands of them. There's a bunch different to choose from, and some can cancel the other one out. Some can cancel parts of the smell of the fragrance out. There's a lot of crap in there. I guess once you get it, you know it, but crazy.
Some good.
Yeah, I got a. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, touch on the Andy Warhol. I have the big bottle of it because I do some labels for him. I don't do a lot of them, but I can print metallic colors, so I do some stuff for Kevin. So in exchange, so there's no money. He just sends me the big bottles. I pick what I want for, I don't know, like if I do 10 sheets of labels, then I'll get a couple bottles or a few bottles. But my last order from him, purchase from him, was the trade was the big bottle of Andy Warhol. It's amazing. Everybody at school's talked about it. And I've tried to tell them, like, man, because they asked me, they'll just write his website down. Like, here it is. And what's his website again?
That kind of one. Is that the one you get?
No. It's the square sprayer with the spray
the
cap.
sprayer one. Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's got the square glass bottles.
Yep.
I don't know if they're 60 mil.
Yeah, no, that's
Are
awesome.
No, they're 50. I've got 3
Or the
of
50.
them.
Okay. Yeah.
50 ml bottles.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good
Oh, yeah.
amount. I like the way they look in my collection. I
Yeah.
love that bottle.
That's good looking. I like that one.
I wish that he would have gotten the square cap that's the same size as the bottle.
That would be cool. Yeah, that would be cool.
So they look like the Dior bottles. I've got decants that are, I think, 20 ml decants that look just like a tiny little Dior bottle.
Want to see something that looks like a Dior bottle?
Oh,
Here we go. What you got?
This right here looks like it's a Dior bottle.
Yeah,
just like
it's not.
Looks just like it wants to be a new style bottle of Dior. I mean, look at it. It even says Dior Homme. How can they get away with that? It doesn't even. Hold on. No, I'm not going to do that. But
yeah, that company, Dior really missed an opportunity with that fragrance to just start another line.
Oh
yes.
Yeah. Because really, that's what they should have done, in my opinion. Because it really, that fragrance ticked off a lot of purists that are huge fans of Dior. Me being one of them.
Oh yeah, I think like you said, they had a chance to start, because it really, I don't think is bad. It's just it does not go with the Dior Homme line.
Yeah.
And that was its doom right there. You put something out that's not even remotely
close.
Yeah. I mean, so you want to go in that direction, fine, but do not taint what you already had as a great line. You just tainted it real bad, and it just really pissed a lot of people off for sure. But
definitely.
I don't know about y'all. I would like to see a company actually come out with a new fragrance. Don't give me another flanker. Start something new. Everything is flanker to death. I mean, that's how they make money. But I mean, really, to me, that would have been a perfect opportunity for Dior to be like, and we are introducing our brand new line. Here it is.
Yep.
It's the first one, instead of just bastardizing, Dior Homme.
I did not like the new one. I smelled it at Dillard's, and she was like, "Oh, come check this out," and I was like, "I don't like that crap." And I was like, in the opening, I was like, and my Dillard's reps are cool, and I was like, I don't like it. I don't like it. Or in the opening, I don't even want to put it on my skin.
There's been, it's got a lot of love-hate. There's a lot of guys that are like, well, it don't smell anything like the original, but it doesn't smell bad. And then there's guys like you that are just like, nope, ain't having it.
Not for me.
Yeah.
Now, I do like the original. I don't have a full bottle. I had a decant, but the the one what's like $200 now or something. Is that what it is?
Well, the original came out in, I want to say, 2008. And then actually Dior was using an out-of-house perfumer, and that one was done by his name just popped off the top of my head. But the next guy that did it was Francois Demachy, and he's the in-house perfumer for Dior. He actually redid all of them when they got the rights to produce the actual fragrance in-house. Who was the first one? Olivier Plage? No, I just totally kidding. Yeah, I think that's who did the first one. And you'll see because the first one has a silver stem in it. All the rest of them, once
Is that
they
it? Okay.
it's
Yep.
original
Yeah,
right there.
Yeah.
And once they were reformed by their in-house perfumer, they all have black stems now.
Yeah. And that's what I wanted to get a bottle of. I think they're kind of expensive though now.
Yeah. What Titan has right there is not cheap.
Yeah, and somebody posted something on Fragcom and said they bought from one of the online retailers, and then they showed the silver stem, and then they got the black stem.
So they returned it.
I'd be mad too if they're like showing the picture of that.
Oh,
and then you get the black stem. I'd be like,
well, that'd be like going like this, going, all right, guys, I found this. This is coming to me, baby boy. And you're like, open up. I got it. It's ready to open. And
it's a black stem.
Back to that one again. There's nothing against this. This fragrance would be absolutely moderately only okay if it was a new line. It would absolutely be moderately okay below like YSLY and below Aspen by Cody. But
hey, I just bought that one.
This one?
No, Aspen.
Good. Aspen's a great
by Cody.
Yeah, I had to, man.
For $8, man.
You get like around forever,
4,000 pounds of cologne. And it smells real good.
Yeah. The perfumer is the same perfumer that did Green Iris Tweed. That's why they kind of smell the same.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
It's got to be in the collection, right?
I stole that from my sister when I was a kid all the time. Wear because there was some boy or someone that she liked to have it. So I'd be like, oh, what's this thing? And she's like, oh, check my bottle. I'm like, I think my brother did. My older brother, Mark. He took it. Probably like 5 bottles. Now she's not watching this, so it's okay. But that's a great fragrance.
Yeah, man. You got to be nostalgic from time to time.
Yeah, and it still smells good. You know, it doesn't smell dated. Green Iris Tweed doesn't smell dated. It just smells like Green Iris Tweed, which I'm not a big fan of.
I'm going to make these two together because this just makes both the corniest bottles.
Hey,
oh, Jesus.
I did buy my daughter that cloud.
It's good.
It smells like BK540.
It's a decent fragrance. It's decent.
Yeah,
it smells like it. It's. I've described it before so many times to people because they're always like, "Hey, you actually have the cloud back there." I'm like, "Yeah, it's a clone. Of course I have it." And people say it smells like I'm not popular. So yes, I bought it like twice. My girls like it. Yeah. Until I told them that it smells like a fragrance that I like to wear. Then my oldest is like, yeah, I don't really like that one. I'm like, what? I'm like, this one just smells a little bit more feminine sense. But that's my own opinion because I see it in this.
Yeah.
If I just smell them, I can tell the difference easily. But it smells good, and I don't get that rubber band vibe. You know what the worst one was I smelled? Well, the worst one that I know was intentionally that was from Parfums Vintage. That literally smelled like latex gloves.
Really?
It's like sunset.
I didn't even know that they did.
You know they did one.
There's
a reason.
There's a reason.
There's a reason.
I ordered it
in a really expensive clone house. In my humble opinion,
I like their Pineapple Vintage Intense. I like that one.
That is really good.
The Nior, I'm a big fan of it, but their stuff isn't inexpensive. That's for sure.
No, I shipped out everything else I bought from them, and then I kept going with genre, whichever way you want to say it. And then, honestly, Sentinel Obsessions. I'm pretty happy with all the ones I have. So I have this guy, like I said, Double Aventus, and then Aventus BR540. I like all 3 of those. And, I mean, I have decants because I would mix BR540 and Aventus a lot. I read that a lot. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll pick this up. And I'm a big fan. You can't keep doing that. I keep hiding when I go to yawn.
Sorry, man. I went and ran 3 miles after work, so sorry.
I didn't do any of that.
I did get this Green Valley. I've never smelled Green Valley by Creed, but I wanted to try it, and I do like it.
Yeah.
Do any of y'all have Green Valley?
Nope, never tried it.
What is it based off of, buddy?
A Green Valley is Creed. It's
okay.
I don't know.
No, I didn't smell that one.
It's an older one. They said that a lot of people would seem to always comment that that's what Green Irish Tweed probably should have smelled like. It is very green.
Very green.
Yeah, but man, I think it's definitely very good. I mean, I just got it in, and thanks to Kevin, he kind of upsized it for me.
That's awesome.
One. But
Kevin's a great guy. I wish he could have made it tonight.
And
he was not feeling well.
He's such a legit dude. That
he is.
I mean, he's so personal, and I don't know. He had something recently. If you guys saw, somebody's lady was trying to bash him or something, and I was like, "Lady, you don't know anything about Kevin because he is like one of the most generous individuals that I
really
have met in the Fergus community. It's ridiculous, but."
Hey, what's up, Scott from 504, man?
What's up, Scott?
What's up, Sam Brune? Russell, if we didn't say hi, what's up? I know we said hi to you earlier, but I saw Carlos pop in. Want to say hi to Carlos, too. Just trying to give a little love to all these awesome people jumping on board.
Sam Bloom's in the house.
Yes, Kevin is a great guy.
Yeah.
I find that BK540 is BR540 is a great one to blend with, too.
It goes with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it goes with a ton of stuff.
Oh, have you guys smelled? I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
No, I was say with that's what they're doing with that casino line. They keep blending
everything.
Every
single one they put out with that is just a banger. So.
Makes sense. No pun intended.
Selfless plug right there again.
Hey, I did say makes. I mean, the other way. You guys all say it.
Yep, makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. If that makes sense to you, every time you say that, thank you in advance. I appreciate it. Let's see here.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite mixes with BR540 is that, and then Alt's Smash Cherry. That smells amazing together.
Really?
Awesome.
Yeah.
I don't have. Remember, I said I don't have an actual frag on today. So we're gonna go. We're gonna go with this one.
Yeah, I've never smelt the original. I'm curious if it's closer to genres, the dark cherry that genre makes, or if it's.
We're gonna try both of these guys together right now. Pop the cap. Oh yeah.
Gonna make us jealous.
Nope. I'm gonna make myself probably not be able to breathe because I already can kind of not breathe.
It looks like that hurt.
You forgot the spin.
I don't need to spin. That was $17 right there. I guarantee you at least that much. Right now, these should spin for me. Spin. Thank you.
Yeah, they definitely.
All right. So first and foremost, while that dries down a little bit, that does smell really good. So you're not.
Yeah, I really like it. The two together are amazing.
Imagine I sent you the real one by accident. That would have been cool, right?
Yeah, that wouldn't bother me. I'd be like, damn, that stuff smells great.
I don't know what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Like, no, this like
lasts all day.
Right on the side mic, man. Those smell good, man. That's a good mix. That's a lot of sweetness.
Yeah, it's really, really good. The BR540 brings a really nice, smooth edge to it, but it's sweet. Doesn't come across like harsh at all. It's just really good.
You know what?
It's with.
Before I make I told James I'm hooking him up with sanitizer. Before I make the one I send you, James, do you want me to mix BR540 and Tom Ford into it?
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I only have a little bit of the oils, but I'll have enough to make that thing. So it'll be good.
Boom. That'd be dope.
We'll
we got, hey, James, Mike, Noah, and Steve from 504, man. I don't want people in the comments to feel like we're ignoring them.
No, Scott.
Kevin is a great guy. Yes, he is.
I talked to Scott a lot. He's a super solid guy.
Yeah. And 504 man is saying sorry to Russell. So we appreciate you guys showing up and participating in the conversation.
Just so everyone knows, James is 1,000% right. This is smelling amazing right now.
This actually gives me something to do on a Friday now.
Hey,
because I ain't working. The bars are all closed. And I'm bored. So this keeps me out of jail. I don't know anybody that's got bail money.
Just go to the right jail.
Don't call me.
Don't call you. Okay. I'll be like, yeah, here, call officer.
You're like, there's an officer I know. He's in Texas.
Hold on. Let me just use my phone to get on Facebook.
Yeah, no doubt.
Somebody get Steve for me, please.
They were like, what's his name? Steve Smith. He's on Facebook.
Yeah, that's
like the
oh my
most
god, I didn't catch that. 4,997 Steve Smiths.
I think there's more than that.
No, I know. I can only count that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Hey, so as you guys know, I finally started making purchases of designers for my distributor. I am in the search for a niche distributor, and I'm going to try to talk to my connections if I can get a hold of one. I will definitely let those that are close to me know, because I'll be buying at price for what pretty much what the distributors buy it for.
Wow.
And then they don't charge tax either because I'm reselling it. So it'll be super discounted. So just something for the future. If I can find one, I'm still going to be in conversation with my distributor and see if they have one of their contacts that sells niche, any of the stuff that they do have a Ventus and like Bond number 9, some of the stuff, but they don't have a lot of niche. It's very limited. So
that's pretty cool.
So we've got a new guy in the house. Do me a favor, everybody, introduce yourself, because he's all, who are the 3 co-stars? How can people not know who you guys are?
He found me by the van down by the river. In there, he put me in this basement with this camera and this microphone and said, "Just say funny things. I got you covered."
So that's making sense. And then we have Titan Fragrances in the house.
I'm the little guy.
Our wonderful, onboard police officer, Steve.
Actually, James, if you unclick the comment for a second, all of our names will show up for a minute. I think. Or whoever controls that.
See, I like being
oh yeah, there it goes.
There it goes.
I'm still learning how to use this, so you guys have to, excuse me.
It's cool when, like, in settings like this, when everyone's like, "Oh yeah, Steve's a cop," but then, like, I was at the bar with some of the teachers from school, and they were like, "Hey, Officer Smith," and I was like, "Chill out, dude. Chill out." Oh my God, dude, no, this is not one of those times that you say officer. Like, ugh. It's a small community we live in, so like everybody knows everybody. Yeah. And I was like, dude, chill out, man. Chill out.
What's up, Miguel? How are you doing, man? That's MG Fitness, Miguel.
Oh, Miguel, what's up?
Our one and only. She says that down
there. So what are your guys' opinions on this one that either people love or hate?
I like it. I like it.
There you go. That's pretty easy.
EDT?
Yeah. Because in my humble opinion, the other 2 are trash.
I don't have it. Any of the other ones, just the original. And the Russian tester.
I have the EDT and the EDP. I think that it's definitely a mass appealing fragrance for sure. I mean, I personally, it's not a bad fragrance. I don't dislike it. I like it. It's loud.
Yes, that's part of the reason I love it so much.
You got to be.
Yes,
if you're not
I
careful
love this
with
stuff.
your trigger finger, I mean, that can be really loud.
Yeah, you could kill people with this really easy.
Heck yeah.
But you can't knock the performance, and you can't knock that. Especially once it settles down, you can't knock that women seem to really, really like it, and I guys do. But every time I've worn that, or I've asked people to do that, to smell it, see what they think. It basically, was garnered positive
reactions.
And I'm working on some. I got kind of sidetracked with this whole thing because what I was doing, I've divulged it to everyone now, and I'm still going to probably start it was going to be a certain amount of episodes, but it was, I hadn't quite finished it. I don't know if y'all can see it, right? It was like I was going to do a blue bowl kind of deal. You see?
Oh, cool.
Where I was pinning them up against each other, and what I was going to do is, you see Sauvage against Atlantique, and it was.
That's a cool idea.
So what I was doing, and I started the first section, which was I took the bottles, put them together, sent them off with different friends of mine at work, and told them, tell me what your wife thinks of both of these. You all wear them, whatever you want to do, but just tell me which one they like. And I got 5 couples, and I got the wife's opinion. And I was basically going to go through and get the results, done it in a playoff type of setting, since it was going to be March Madness and all this stuff. So I was kind of doing that, but this whole ordeal kind of threw me off, but I'm still going to do something like that. But I was, the plan was to review them individually as a couple, and then give my take on it, and then of course get what, the ones that would move on were not based on my opinion, was going to be based on what got the most votes, kind of.
Gotcha.
So
Rob's 08, he does something kind of like that. Like last year he did it. He does Rob's 08 March Madness. I haven't seen him start it this year, but it's kind of a fun thing, because everybody can vote. So I think that'd be an awesome idea to do, dude.
He's got such a big following. I was just doing it with personal friends right now. I'm being the little guy on the channels, but I thought that since everyone's so big into the average collector, which is what we are always talking to, our main audience, is all into those blue fragrances, and rightfully so. They're mass appealing, they're readily accessible,
they're easy to wear.
Yes. So I definitely thought it was something that we could, I was going to bring to light, try to share and see what give my take on it. But of course, hey, there's a few of them that I think I like better, but they did go. Oh no, but out of the selections of the 5 votes, it beat out the one I liked. So, but of course, I'm a dude. These were all women's opinions, so they're going to move on. But hopefully that I thought it would work, but again, I was going to have them all lined up, but it kind of.
Well, everybody's got extra time right now. This is when you should be able to lock them down and say, "Hey, take a couple of minutes and do that."
Yeah. The only problem is to get them the bottle, we're social distancing and stuff. Kind of, I don't get to interact with anyone but the 4 of the guys in my group now.
Right.
At least at work, and then, so I guess.
I do all the run around crazy stuff for our house. So I still, like I said, still work during the day. But if I go somewhere, wherever it might be, I'm the person. Like if they need anything, everyone else just stays here. They might go on walks. They'll do things like that. They'll play in the backyard. They'll do whatever like that. But nobody goes anywhere else. They might go on a quick ride to get fresh air and, get out of the norm, like whatever's going on right now. But honestly, I over the top would just say, but you know what? You kind of have to do it. I'm already out and about. Someone has to be. Luckily, I'm able to still work, but it's crazy. We're seeing a bunch of stuff change, even in our industry, which is crazy.
I apologize about the sirens.
It makes Friday night seem like a normal Friday night.
Yeah, man. You'd think I lived in a huge city with as much sirens as you hear.
You just thought you had rowdy neighbors.
Well, I thought there was just one siren in the whole city, and no matter where it goes off, you hear it. Right?
But I do like it.
Yeah, so do I. I'm me personally. I'm not the biggest fan because, like I said, I like this because it's loud. It's really boisterous. This is one that I only spray twice because if not, you get in a car, you can taste the metallic in your mouth.
That's the
it lasts forever. And then for me, in my opinion, this line, the next one, the Edda Parfum, they kind of it pulled it back, and then even with the Parfum, it's kind of like a sad.
And get me the white container that says Ambroxan on top of the desk.
Yeah, I've got a thing of raw Ambroxan too. I let Russell smell it because most people think it smells. What you get out of this is the Ambroxan, and it's not. Don't you agree, Megan? Mike?
Yeah, I was just telling my daughter to go grab me the Ambroxan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what you smell on top of this is the pepper that is really, really pronounced. It's the same note that you get out of Prada Luna Rosa Carbon.
You know what's funny? You say that. Was it Zaharoff that I was talking about? One of those. The pepper was coming through and making my nose tingle / burn. I think it might have been Zaharoff. In a good way, a way that I enjoyed. Like it was kind of just cool because I had an actual physical response on top of just the regular scent response. And it was funny because I referenced it as it was comparative to the way that Ambroxan makes your nose tingle. It's the same type of feel, like you said. And if it's pepper, that makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
I would think
this is a pepper bomb and an Ambroxan bomb. That's what makes it so distinctive and really kind of a generic, nondescript.
Remember those hand wrap?
Why women like it,
Oh yeah.
And then it's got a really nice undertone of sweetness.
That's got to be great for your line of work, being in a bar and stuff. That's got to cut through everything.
Yeah.
pretty strong.
Well, I like this enough to where I've got a 100 ml bottle that I'm almost out of, and you can see. I don't know why I've reached and grabbed for this a couple of times, but this is missing some too. I really like it. You know, people hate on it, but I enjoy it.
I like it. Do they wear it a lot in the bars?
No,
You don't know?
I've smelt one dude come in one time because if you know what it is, it's really identifiable. If you smell it, you know what it is. Just one guy. I was like, man, you got Sauvage on. It smells good. He's like, how can you tell? I was like, well, dude, it smells just like Sauvage.
You get the light to do it.
What do you got? I see people
trying to get the light to. It won't work. Hold on. I'm going to tinker with this a little bit and get the lights down a little bit.
What's y'all's take on this one?
You know, I haven't smelled any of the Fahrenheit line. Not a single one.
It's good.
Is it?
But you can pick up on that. It's not a bad fragrance, but the gasoline smell. If you really, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I heard people talk about the petrol smell.
Yeah, you can really. I mean, that's the only thing that is it's super notable with that. But this is what I have tonight.
Oh, Fahrenheit Aqua.
Yeah, this is not made anymore, but it's really good. I've been using it sparingly. Yeah, I like this one so much.
But the parfum, the parfum. I don't like the EDT.
Yeah, I haven't smelled that one.
But is the EDT the one that's supposed to have the real petrol note in it? Because that's the violet leaf.
I think it's EDT. Yeah, I smelled that at Sephora.
Oh no.
EDT is very. It's that petrol smell is really prominent to me. It really comes off.
This is the petrol one.
Yes.
What is it?
What do you got?
EDT?
This is from like 1997.
Yeah, you're gonna smell like gasoline.
Literally, yes. My wife likes this smell. The only reason I bought it.
Mm-hmm.
And I respect it now. I understand the creativity behind it, and that's just so different. But I used to put this on for like once a year or something, just because she liked the smell itself. That's why I have only that much gone, and it's 23 years old, whatever. And I mean, honestly, every time I wear it, I'm like, do I like this or do I hate this? Do I like this or do I hate this? But she's like, oh, that smells so good. Yeah.
Every time I've smelled it at the store, and I know now it's not as strong as it was back then, and it just is. It's kind of one of those love-hate, I'm sure. But with the parfum, and they, like I said, they ratchet down that violet. You still smell violet, but it's not. And it's gorgeous with that leather in it.
Sorry.
Man, bless you.
I need to smell that one.
Yeah, I need to try the line, period. You know, I'm a huge fan of the House of Dior, period. You know?
Yeah.
If you saw those little crystally things, which won't show up anymore here because it's too bright, but those are ambroxan crystals.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they smell really cool. Like that tingling effect that we were talking about with the pepper or whatever the different components are. You get that when you smell this. It just smells extremely fresh, like clean, almost like not soapy, because soapy almost always has a filler in there of some sort. But it's like think of is this snow where you guys all live? I don't know. It doesn't snow everywhere.
No.
Every once in a while,
it doesn't snow for real now. It doesn't really.
No, it does not. Not where I'm at.
So that's a horrible reference. Then imagine when you go into like somewhere that has like a freezer. Just run with that. That's not full of a bunch of like weird stuff, and you smell that frost or the frozen components from the ice. There's just this really cool freshness from it. Or if you like beer, when you crack that first beer, just that like that little something. Maybe it's that tingle thing that Steve was talking about earlier. That like almost the cola effect. That's just a super clean version of something like that. It's hard to describe, but it's cool. It smells really good. There's this other one here called Exaltalide, which is more. This one you can probably see. Maybe nope. It stinks. This one just smells like the cleanest thing I think I've ever smelled. I don't even know. Way too many stupid things.
So I remember when I first let Russell smell just the ingredient ambroxan by itself. He was like, wow, it's nothing what he thought it was going to be. He thought it was going to be like smelling the top of this, and it's not.
No, not even close.
Like you said, it's that pepper that comes off.
Yeah. And I like it because it's hyper versatile, man. You could wear that anywhere to anything at any time, man. It just works. You know who hates this? It's the guys that's got a huge collection. of niche fragrances and indie fragrances. That's who hates this. Your average guy out on the road has no idea. This just smells good, so they like it.
It does smell good.
And girls love it. So,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I used to. Yeah, that's the key. Isn't that the whole reason behind it? I mean, we enjoy it maybe because we're in this hobby. We might like them for a different reason too. But like YDP, I've talked about that a bunch of different times. I hated that the first like 3-4 times I tried it. That's probably my favorite blue fragrance right now in the past like year or so. Just regular old YDP. Super easy to wear, very basic.
Yeah.
Compliment getter. But it's just one of those like, wow. I hated it though until I actually physically wore it. Until it was on like me personally. I thought this is useless. I want to like it because people say it's supposed to be good, but I can't stand it. And then I sprayed it on, walked around the mall, went back, bought the bottle. Pretty easy.
So I didn't wear Sauvage for the longest because a coworker always wore it. That was on my video I did on Sauvage. I have a guy, he only wears that. I don't work with him anymore. That was when I worked for as a state trooper in my previous life. And when he always wore Sauvage. That was the only thing he wore. And when a bottle ran out, he'd buy another one. And he bought me one which I already knew about it. I just didn't own it, but he bought me a bottle for Christmas. And I never wore it because he wore it. And I was like, oh, and here it's my shift partner. And I was like, I can't do it. I cannot.
Y'all be twinning.
I can't do it. I'm sorry, man. It's like we're in competition. I cannot do that.
Well, you got a scent memory directly tied to that dude.
Well, I like it now. I wear it now because I don't see the guy. And I agree with you. It's super versatile. I mean, like, man, like sometimes it's just a dumb reach for me. If I don't know what I'm wearing, it's kind of warm or it's gonna be a warmer day, I'll just reach for it. And again, compliment getter. It's liked by mostly everybody. Mass appealing. Yeah, it's not too expensive.
It lasts a long time.
It lasts forever.
Like yeah.
Oh my God! Even the EDT lasts.
Well, actually, this one is the best performing out of all three of them.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. You know, that's why I've thought about purchasing the other two, but I've smelled them and tested them, and they don't. To me, for what I like, they don't hold a candle to this.
Okay. I never smelled the EDP.
It's just more toned down. It's a little more reserved.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but to me, the loudness, this thing cranks up to 11. That's what you like. It's part of the charm of this, And if I wanted it to smell weaker, I'll just use one spray. Because to me, there's not enough difference in the actual scent for me to justify buying the next two in the line. It's just they're weaker performing version of the original for me.
Hey, Mark, have a good night,
man. Kind of shitty, but I mean,
take it easy, Mark.
No, that makes sense though. Seriously, that's a good reason. What? Here's a random question for you guys. Out of 2020, if you picked up any new fragrances, which is usually funny to say to someone in the fragrance community, what's your favorite pickup of 2020 so far? Dun dun dun.
I'm trying to think of what I bought so far this year. I know I have a bunch on my list to buy, but kind of waiting for that.
I guess my best pickup so far this year that I like is a super cheapie, and I'm really surprised, and that's Jimmy Choo Intense.
Really?
That's cool.
Yeah, for being just absolutely, it's an older fragrance. It's the first time I got a hold of it, but I'm really digging it.
Let me see. Hold on.
That's a good frag, dude.
Yeah, that's it right there. I mean, most people would be like, "Oh, that is super generic and mass appealing."
Jimmy Choo's good. I like Jimmy Choo's.
This is in the realm of Sauvage.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's not exact. It's just the same like feeling. Like you want to wear one or the other. This is a nice choice.
Yeah,
it's one of those. It's funny.
To me, that is a whole lot more sweeter, and it kind of tilts a little bit in this direction.
Okay, yeah, maybe, yeah.
20.
But I really, really like it for being, super cheap.
I
have worn it quite a bit in the last 2 weeks.
It's funny. The only two that I own from Jimmy Choo or have ever owned are these two: Jimmy Choo Blue, and Jimmy Choo Intense.
Yeah, I've got all four of them. The blue is so misnamed because that's not a blue fragrance whatsoever.
It's not a blue. This is more of a blue fragrance than that one is.
Yes, absolutely. Jimmy Choo Blue Man is more like an herbaceous kind of fragrance. It's green without being green Irish tweed green.
Yeah, that's a good reference. That's a good way to say it. I'm going to tell you again real quick, just in case you guys didn't hear me the first time. The Lost Cherry and the BR540 straight. Holy crap. Awesome choice there, James. This smells so good.
Yeah, the combination between the Tom Ford Lost Cherry and BR540 is amazing.
Really, it's awesome. I keep turning my head and I get a whiff of one and I come back to the other, like when I just do this quick turnaround. It's awesome.
Because the MFK complements that note that you have cherry so well. What you got in your hand, Titan?
He has another version of BR540 straight.
That's what is on my list to buy. I was thinking about it the other day, man. I was thinking about us when we linked up. I need to buy that.
I don't have anything from that house.
It's legit. It's legit.
Proud of you.
Yeah.
What's the price range on that, brother?
What was it?
You can get it for like 150 or 140 or something like that off of
so it's
Koshik.
expensive.
Like
I was
online.
gonna say Koshik's the man to get it from.
Yeah, it's expensive though.
149, 159, I think.
I need to find me a partial then.
It's like, man, it's just the leather in here is so good with that BR540. It definitely steps it more masculine, I think, with that fine leathery smell, and dials back that sweetness a bit. But it is gorgeous. This is probably my best. This one and Nude for Greatness are probably my two I think best buys so far this year.
I like that one.
That's awesome. Yeah, this one here, I would consider the closest fragrance, other than a direct clone, maybe, to BR540 out of any of the ones I've ever smelled. Yeah, but this is stronger. It lasts longer too. It's a beast.
So, I didn't technically get it in January. It was like a few days shy, but MFK Grand Soir.
Oh, great fragrance.
Amazing amber. It was right when it was still cool outside, and I was like, "This is so good." But you know what? The inspiration. What's his name? Does it? What's his name? Hold on. He does the small batch inspirations. The clone. What's it called? Hold on. I'm gonna find him. I forgot his name. I always forget his name.
Is that the guy that? What is it? Clone Wars?
Yes, Attack of the Fragrance Clones.
Yeah. That's the guy that does that, right?
He does an inspiration, Jake. He does an inspiration of Grand Soir. It's not amberish colored juice, it's more clear, but it's really, really, really close. And I wore it for like a week straight in like February when it was still cold. It is really close to it. It projects. I don't know. It's probably like 95% in my opinion. I wish it was amberish because it would be almost like, oh my God, this is the same juice.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, because of the color, but it really is an outstanding inspiration. So
that's awesome.
But you know that the juice color in all this is all dye.
Yeah, I know.
When I hear other reviewers go, look at how dark the juice is. I'm gonna kill my dogs. That's horrible. It's just the dye that's in it.
The density of the oil is a different story.
Go off again. They're gonna be in a bottle themselves.
You know what's cool about that though? So you go to something like Zaharoff. The dyes that he uses to make this are awesome because it gets to that grayish color, purple gray.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just seriously. I mean, look at the way it just changes the color of my face, even like.
Yep.
Just going by. That's cool because I was reading the ingredients and he lists them all in a sense. And it's like black dye, purple, whatever the colors he had mixed in there. It's a ton of different dyes to get to that color, which makes perfect sense. It's pretty awesome.
That's definitely a great fragrance. I love it for sure.
Yeah.
You talking about Zaharoff?
Yeah.
Yes, outstanding, man. I'm probably almost halfway through my 2-ounce bottle. It's legit. I mean, it is. And I'm trying not to wear it so much because I don't want to use it all up. So, but it is such, man, I like wearing it like if I'm going out to eat at night or even sometimes the church, I'll wear it. It's just a really it's so unique, and I know no one else has it.
Yeah.
Nobody has it, so it's like,
what do you market at?
It lasts. It has good staying power. I mean, it just all around. You can smell the quality.
yes.
Oh yeah. Plus, you know the person, so it makes it even better. Like you know what they put into it, so that part's awesome. I would say I'm not gonna include that fragrance as my best of 2020 because that was a gift, which is pretty epic. I just did that video yesterday, or today. I uploaded today. This would be my favorite purchase.
I saw that so far. Is it good?
Absolute gold. Yeah, it's awesome. I have to do a full review on it, but I liked Absolute. I only tested that in the store. I walked through Macy's and had a horrible experience with a person that didn't know what the heck they were talking about, which was okay. Honestly, it was just like I went up there, wasted my time one day after calling to make sure something was there. Go out there and just decided to walk around, test a bunch of fragrances, and I didn't like any of them, other than the Absolute. But Absolute Gold, this one here, they're semi-similar. I need a full bottle of Absolute to really compare it, but yeah, it's a really nice fragrance. If you're a fan of the Armani Code line,
yeah,
it's no brainer.
Absolute is great, and Pluma's great. And got them both. So
I don't know if you need this if you have Absolute. I have to get them side by side.
I'm gonna wonder if it's different enough to have both.
I have to try them side by side. I'll end up buying a bottle of Absolute because I'll decant half of it and get my money back from it. But because I'll buy the biggest bottle they have, so I won't lose out in that sense. And I really do like the smell because I left and I couldn't stop. So if I leave somewhere and I keep going, you know what it's like. If you keep going back and you're like,
yeah,
what the heck, and you go again, and then you're driving, you're like, I don't even understand why you keep doing it, but you do. That's what I felt like when I left there with that. I tried a bunch of other ones. I tried CH Men, the lightning bolt thing. I can't remember what it's called. And I put it back on the shelf. I didn't even take the test spray, the strip with me. I'm like, no, I'm leaving that there. I tried like 3 or 4 other ones, and I was just shook my head. I'm like, they all smell like rubbing alcohol. It was just, there was nothing to them in a sense. No. Then Absolute, I was like, oh, thank God. So I spray my hand, spray my other hand.
Miguel was asking, but y'all talked about beer, so I had to go get me one.
Hey, smart move.
Where's mine? Oh, wait a minute. I don't drink.
Neither do I, James. I don't drink either.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I can't say I don't drink. I just drink very, very, very seldom. You know?
Grab some whiskey.
Because I'd be lying if I say I never touch alcohol, but it is definitely not one of the things that I do very often.
You know what's funny? And most people give us credit for it. So I got married about 16 years ago, give or take. And when we got married, we knew we were going to have kids. So when we decided to have kids, we chose when she got pregnant that from that point on, we would stop drinking altogether. Because just in case that one day you decide to get behind the wheel, you never know. Because it's a mistake. People make mistakes all the time. Yeah. So if we could remove any inhibitors in any way, shape, form, and not again, who cares? If people drink, they do it all the time. We just had that conversation and we removed it. And honestly, I think you guys can tell I'm pretty goofy and happy all the time if you get to see me on most of the stuff. I literally smile all the time. So I don't really think I need it. Although I probably go a little crazy when I did drink back in the day. A little over the top. Just a little bit.
That's a good way, though, to do that, man. I've seen a lot of state trooper for almost 10 years, so I've seen a lot of people's lives get ruined because they're in the car with their kids, and it's a felony in Texas. Automatically. We arrested a deputy, Harris County deputy, and drinking and driving, 3 kids in the car, leaving the beach. And he's a deputy. It is what it is. But, I mean, it's a felony then I've been to fatalities, and it's like, man, I wish I could have caught them. Thankfully, it wasn't kids in the car, but still, like you said, you remove that from the situation, then you know that won't happen to you. So
not in your control, anyways.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's the thing. Go ahead.
Uber, you got Uber now.
Oh yeah. 16
that's true.
Ago, you didn't have
that Uber ride is way cheaper than a DUI.
Absolutely. Oh my God.
Yeah. I tell that people all the time when I'm at work.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I bet. I mean, you got to deal with that all the time.
Yeah.
Both of y'all. I mean, well, not as much anymore.
Yeah. If they get to Steve, man, they're screwed. I try to take care of them before that and tell them to get in Uber. But some people are stupid, man. You know,
Yeah.
you add, I call it stupid juice. It's in it, they sell at a bar. You add that enough to a person, they make horrible decisions.
That's funny. It's true though. It's so bad. I remember being in a bar. So the DJ thing, you were in a lot of bars and clubs as well, and you become part of the family there as well. And I would be the extra bouncer. That would just be what I ended up being. If they needed it, I jumped to help them. Didn't usually have to do much. Usually I'd separate the idiot guy while they took out the drunk guy. The idiot guy's the guy that's like saying, what now? That guy. So the talker that won't swing, we'll run with that. But so I remember being in a bar, and there was a kid who got cold cocked by someone, just get hit. Because whatever the reason was, he was with the guy's girl, ex-girl, whatever. And long story made way shorter. After the entire bar was empty, they were standing on the side over here with a cop, and the cop's like, just let that guy outside leave. And then because one of the girls said something to something like, he's just a tough guy. He likes to fight. This guy doesn't like to. He got offended by that and started to fight the cop. Because he's sitting on the bench, totally calm, quiet, nothing, until this girl said, the guy outside, you get the gist of it. So his manhood was hurt. So he started standing up and acting all tough, and then the cop's like, just have a seat, man. You were sitting fine. No, who do you think you are? And you get the rest. Alcohol kicked in, and watch
hey,
that kid get
man, are you using your phone right now?
Am I?
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
What is the lighting you got set up? Because the lighting right now looks like daylighting. It looks really good.
Oh, well, I got just the lights. My brother actually gave me these for Christmas, but I guess you can see.
Oh, okay, you got a soft box.
Yeah, I got two of them.
Yeah, and you're bouncing them off the sides of the walls. Yeah, because the lighting looks great.
It looks great, yeah.
Yeah, because you don't see a harsh shadow getting thrown behind you. The lighting looks good.
It took me a while to figure out which way to point them, because I've noticed on some of my videos, I was like, man, why is it so it was like daylight in my face, and then it just took me a little bit of time to figure out, hey, don't point them right at you, dummy.
Valid point. Here, just because no one ever sees this stuff. I'm gonna go up. Gonna go up.
Ah.
Yeah, you got two soft boxes on the ceiling. Those are LEDs, right? If I remember right.
Yeah, they're Now I gotta figure this thing back out again. Look at you guys don't ever get to look over here. There's another whole rack over there. We'll just come back this way again. They're from what is it? I don't even know, Elgato or something. So long and short of it is I was gonna buy the same boxes you have, Noe. Those same soft boxes. And I did a little bit of research, and they had these things available at Micro Center. I don't know if you guys have Micro Center near you at all. It's a computer store. So they had a little streaming section, and they had these things. So, like most people, I was like, oh, I really want to do this. And I got my camera in, the M50, whatever this thing is. So I had to go get these because it looked horrible without these. So I got one. I had to go back, and I had to get a second one because I needed it to do just the right amount of light. So that's where it is now. But I still, every time I look at this, you guys weren't here before Noe jumped on, before we went live, and I was tweaking the settings because it bothers me every time I see the screen. So I'm always trying to make it a little bit better. And Logitech doesn't have the best software for adjustment. But, it's just fun. But yeah, Noe, dude, that looks really good. Actually, OutLaw Frags, you look solid too. You haven't changed at all, Steve, so you've been clear the whole time. But when you had the light behind you, James, that looked epic. But like your fragrances and these holes and everything look spot on. They're clear as can be. It's kind of crazy. Pretty cool stuff.
This year, I don't know if y'all saw, I talked to him on a pretty regular, or I tried to at least, Chad, A Gentleman's Journey. He came back today, so had messaged him, but he had put out his video on it. And I was like, and he hit a lot of the things that I know I kind of been thinking of, what do I need to do to upgrade this, this whole setup, both from the editing, just not that I'm gonna do a lot of editing, just using better software, doing better sound. Y'all caught me. I was saying, man, I need to go get a mic or order a mic, but I had a little lapel mic, but my phone started dying, so I need to start figuring out alternative ways of doing these live chats. But
man, I've got a ton of mics. Well, probably not as many as Make Sense has got. But I've got shotgun mics and then lapel mics. And you know what I like to use for doing something like what we're doing right now?
Yeah.
Because is the BOA Devil lapel. So I've got one clipped right here, and then there's one clipped right over here. So it actually picks up more sound than a single one does, and then I don't have to clip it on myself. But they work great with my phone, with the computer. If I'm plugging them straight into my DSLR, and they're cheap.
And you can use
I think the Devil setup that I have is like $20.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's great.
Dang.
That's what I need to do.
Yeah.
For the last, go ahead, buddy.
I was just gonna say for the live stream, I had this thing for a while. So
yeah,
the only thing I bought this arm so I can go wee, get it out of the way. For recording for the videos, I use this.
Yeah.
So
that's a nice mic you got there.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's if you can hear me still, it's paying homage to Joe Rogan's podcast. It's the same microphone.
Yeah, for like 10 years now.
So, and it's been around forever. But when I do the videos, it's literally right here. So I don't have a lapel. The mic's the other one's way over here. If you can hear me. So I'll move this one closer. But the one I use for recording on my camera, which is over there.
Yeah.
This is right in front of me. So you'll always see me if I reach up, my hands are always close to me. Otherwise, I'll hit the mic thing. It's just one of those funky things because the arm is here.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. I tried a ton of other ones, but the lapels sound awesome. Like James, when you have the lapels, they sound mint. I tried some of that stuff.
Yeah, didn't really. There he is, clipped on the back of the little guy I have on the table.
Dude, that's perfect.
And the other one is literally right here behind this candlestick. So it works great.
Into a phone or laptop?
Say again?
Is that plugged into the phone or a laptop?
No, this will go. Excuse me. It's a tip ring sleeve.
Okay, yeah.
Or no, it's actually a tip ring sleeve. So you can use it with your DSLR because it's got a little power amplifier module, so it shuts off one of the contacts in the plug. So it works great because it's not a passive mic. It's actually got a little teeny preamp in it.
Nice.
For being super cheap, they work great.
Yeah, so it's condenser. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is it online, Amazon, or what?
Yeah, I'll send you a link.
Okay.
That's where I got mine. I actually have the single one, and then I've got the dual setup. I use them all of the time. They're probably the thing I use the most, and I've got a ton of sound equipment. It just sits and gathers dust.
It's addictive.
Yeah.
It really is. Even for me, for like editing and stuff. So I mentioned it to James, and maybe we talked about it on the live last week or not sure. So I picked up a new Mac, an iMac with just the newest features, newest whatever, so I could download. And I bought what's the Apple software? Can't even think of the name of it. The one for the editing, not iMovie, but it's like the professional.
I use Resolve, and I use the other one I use.
Oh, Final Cut Pro. That's what it's called.
Yeah, that's from the Adobe series.
Yeah. I haven't used it yet, but I picked it up. I just need to get on there and use it. It's just
there's a ton of tutorials. I mean, that's one thing. Like I use Resolve. There's not as much tutorial information out there to learn how to use it compared to the Adobe products. There are so many tutorials and people show you how to use it. It's amazing.
And Final Cut,
so it really kind of smooths out the learning curve. It's not super steep.
Right. Yeah. This one here is the Apple one. So Final Cut's the upgrade from iMovie, basically. So it's really simple in most cases, and it renders way faster than like the Adobe Premiere Suite. But I just have to be able to tinker with it. If we were home this week, if I was home, like some people are right now, that is exactly what I would be working on. It's figuring out how to use all that stuff. Yeah, but like James does some awesome edits. Like you do the 2 cameras, you do all that stuff. That's pretty cool, man. It's definitely more time, but definitely worth it.
Yeah, it's more time on the back end when it comes to all the editing, everything together. But it's cool. For the longest, I just still think I'm one of the only channels that does it. So it just makes it something that's a little different because we're all doing the same thing. So trying to make your channel kind of stand out and be different, to get a little attention is basically why I do it.
Awesome. What's up, Cali Reviews? What's up, bud?
Kelly.
Hey, see you, MG. I saw you type that MG, Miguel. He's like, dang, no sirens.
Yeah. Any particular? We may have discussed about any particular frags that y'all are really. I know, like I've been wanting to get my hands on that Armani Stronger With You Freeze. That seems like a pretty
Yes.
good one. But
I'm intrigued about that one.
I'm really looking forward to get my hands on the one that Making Sense has got. And there goes my dogs again.
The Russian
you
one?
mean the Dior?
No, the white YSL.
Oh, that one?
Live.
Yes.
Live.
Actually, I'd like to get my nose on that whole line because I haven't smelled any of them. Yeah.
You haven't tried any? Yeah, this is fresh.
Okay. Yeah. I like the EDP. I mean, it's pretty.
EDP is fire. It's funny though, ready? If you were in a store where you just had these options in front of you.
Hey, quiet.
So, all right, this is so dumb. Can you tell which one's which?
No, they're exactly the same.
They look exactly in person. They look almost exact too. I want to say the EDP is a little hairline bit darker in the middle. That is it. Yeah. Just a hairline. But Live is good. Live is a nice fragrance.
Mm-hmm.
I have to decide if they're redundant or not, side by side.
Yeah.
Live is not as sweet, and I'll be doing a review on it. But Live is not as sweet. So if you don't like the sweetness in the original EDP, or the flanker EDP, now that I say it the right way, Live might be your choice. So if you're a sweet frag person, the EDP might be your biggest choice. Live is very much like EDP, but not as sweet. And this one is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense version of YEDP. The only way to describe it. It's definitely lighter, fresher, very big citrus, strong like lemon citrus zest. I actually have Freeze though coming. I ordered it from Sweet Care or something. Ashton did a review on it, and I sent him a message, and I confirmed he definitely said Sweet Care is where he got it from. Then he talked about it on the review and said, "Yeah, Sweet Care." I'm like, "Oh, there you go." So I bought it from there. It's like in Portugal or something. I can't even read the instructions.
A lot of stuff overseas that are new releases. That's how he ends up with them before 90% of people.
This I have no idea when I'm getting it, but they said they shipped it out on Wednesday.
The whole Stronger With You line is another one I'd like to be able to check out. I haven't smelled any from that line.
Man, you make me want to throw you some like 2 mLs of something. I might surprise you with something. We'll see.
I could burn through like $5,000 real quick just buying a bunch of stuff that I'd like to smell.
I like the Stronger With You. I got that.
Yeah. That's nice. They're nice fragrances. I feel like an idiot though. I never wear them enough because there's too many. This is intensely.
Yeah.
I think I've worn that twice.
Honestly, once you start getting a decent sized collection, it's hard to wear.
It's wicked hard to wear.
I mean, we could all agree to that.
You know what though?
There's something that you're going to review, or you got 50. Like you've got like 500 bottles. There's some that I haven't worn in like 3 or 4 years.
Can anyone see something wrong with this? This is a Russian tester.
Man, is it
This is a fake one. This is total crap.
Is it really?
The cap came in plastic. The cap came in plastic. It didn't hold on. Like these caps are nice, like metal.
Where do you be buying your stuff? So I make sure I don't buy from there.
I bought this intentionally too. Remember when I bought that other one? I bought it on purpose.
I know. I'm messing with you, brother.
Yeah. I still spend way too much money on all this crap. This is probably like $30-$40, and it's crap. It smells good when you spray it, but I'm afraid to put it on my skin. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, because you don't know what's in them. That's the bad part.
So I'm pretty sure they're just using the oils that I bought from them, like generic or whatever the heck the places are. I think it's the same concept, and they're just mixing it with alcohol and sending it out. They're not adding any of the expensive stuff to make it like last. But it smells pretty good, and I mean it's still back there. So.
Well, you could always do a Russian themed series.
Oh man, I have to spray them again.
Have the hat and
no doubt
the accent, and then talk about how they're not really close, but they're good fragrances.
This one for your friends, right there. That's another one. We know that one's fake.
Yeah, you can tell too. It probably has the silver when you take the sprayer off.
Oh yeah, instead of being white.
Yeah, it should. If it doesn't have the plastic, yeah, that's fake.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
all black.
Yep.
Oh yeah, this was intentionally bought fake for a friend. How weird is that? I think I told you this last time. He likes this better than the real.
That's
What?
crazy.
Yeah, he
That
said
is
he
so
likes that
crazy.
better than the OG.
And honestly, it does smell. I mean, if you had them side by side,
Mm-hmm.
this smells better than probably 90% of the clones.
What?
It just doesn't last that long. But the one he had, I had for like a year and a half. That was the first one I had gotten. That one in Viking, I got those clones and or Russian testers. I got the Viking as a gift, and I was in one of these either online or took a video or a photo or something, and someone said, "You know they don't make that in 4 ounce." I'm like, "What?" Oh, I didn't know that. Like, it smells good to me. I'm like,
Club didn't we?
oh yeah. Well, no, this one here, the fake Viking is.
Yeah.
I think
It's the special.
They never made it in that
They only
4 ounce
made
bottle.
one.
They came out after they get rid of these bottles.
They only made one.
Yeah, it's like I got the one and only. This is up for 4,772,000, and I'll share it with all 4 of you if we can sell it.
You've gotten some wear out of it. You've gotten some.
No,
wear.
I sent samples to people.
Oh, okay.
Same
Does
idea.
It smell like it?
It does.
Okay.
I mean, it smells a lot like it. I mean, it really does. It might even be stronger off the sprayer, but I haven't sprayed this in to make a decamper summer for like 2 years.
Okay.
But look at the difference in the color of the juice.
I'm gonna say it's clear. Yeah, it should not be clear at all.
No,
I was noticing that.
it's creepy. I ordered oils for Viking. I ordered 50 mLs of oil.
Mhm.
So I'll be tinkering with that one just for the fun of it. Because I like Viking, but honestly, that's a lot of money to spend every time you wear it.
Yeah, the price on that is quite high, for sure.
What?
You guys have anything coming in? Whoa.
No, not yet. I'm waiting. I'm gonna make a few purchases soon.
Got a couple more duos coming
Nice. I think I have Happy Land Signature coming in, and then the freeze.
Happy Land Signature is really good.
It is.
Yeah.
After I did my review with my son the other day, I ordered a 50 ml.
Mm-hmm. It's very good. I'm like down to half a bottle left. It's really good.
It's so good. Like, I don't know if you guys got to watch that video when I had my son involved, but he literally tested it right here on the video, and he's like, "That was really good." So when my full bottle comes in, I'll give him that one I just dropped on the floor, the little vial.
That's awesome.
I'm like, "Hey, you can have this one," and he'll go put it somewhere fancy upstairs, probably in a toolbox. I think is where he'll put it, but he'll be all excited about it. He's fun. But he really liked it. He's like, "That one smells really good," and he blew my mind when he was just talking about the fragrance in general, because I sprayed about 8 to 10 minutes before we started. I sprayed on my right hand, and during the video I sprayed on my left hand. And he's like, "Yeah, that's good. That's like an 8 out of 10. This is great." And I'm like, "All right, cool." But then I said, "Well, do you want to smell the dry down?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." So he did this one more time and the dry down, and he's like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "That hand, the dry down, was way better." He said, and he was reaching for a word. He's like, "Because this hand is, when you first spray it, it's overwhelming." And I'm like, "Phenomenal, little dude. That was great." I was waiting to see what word was going to pop up. Look at the dog. Which one's on your lap, James?
Say what?
Dog is on your lap.
This one's LB, and then Dexter.
Nice.
Hey, on y'all's channels, have y'all done many women's fragrances? I haven't seen any of them.
No.
No, I have.
Haven't done any.
I've got probably 10 or 15 in my collection. I just don't have for me personally, I don't have enough experience to where if I wanted to talk about it, I'd just be talking out my butt, because, I don't have any, those aren't something I'm going to wear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the only time I smell it is if you're next to a woman. I don't have enough experience to give somebody an opinion on a female fragrance. Did that come out right? I think so.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. My wife doesn't like fragrances, so
Dang.
I think I tortured her. She likes the ones that don't have a big smell. So like maybe like Molecule 0102, one of those she might like. She likes Amber. Hold on, what is this thing? Boys Blonde by Altair, or
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Altair. I don't even know how to say that. Altair Cologne or something. It's the only fragrance I have from the house. This guy. Atelier? Yeah.
Yeah, Atelier Cologne.
Boys Blonde. It's a Cologne Absolute, but it's just I'm not the biggest fan of Bergamot 22. It doesn't do anything for me. But the way that doesn't have a ton of it's not super crazy rich, it's not super strong for me anyways. This is similar to that, but I like the smell of this one. Bergamot 22 I bought twice, about 2 bottles of both. I'll give it another chance this summer though, because that's what I do.
Yeah, and I was just wondering. I mean, I've done a couple just because my daughter, and my wife and stuff. Of course, they have quite a few and everything. And sometimes we do have female listeners or subs. Sometimes not many, I don't think, but at least not in my sub count. But I'm trying to diversify. Sometimes I'm just seeing how it just. I don't know. Seeing what y'all's take was on that.
Do you know what female fragrances you like? Do you know any that you like, Titan?
As far as for women,
yeah.
I do like that Born in Roma. But it comes off great off my wife, and I got her the only one or whatever. I think the EDP.
Oh yeah.
Dolce & Gabbana. That one smells really good on her. My daughter, she likes Juliet Has a Gun. That one, she says it smells like Fun Dip. I don't get quite Fun Dip, but but the Cloud with her too, and there was a couple of Guerlains that I got for them for Valentine's because we were at Saks. We were at Saks. Yeah, Saks, and of course we were. I went to go smell Bergamot 22. I really wanted to see whether it was worth it or whatnot. But that's the only place I could get Le Labo, put my nose on it. So we went there, and they were, while I was over there smelling, they were over there looking at all the Guerlains. They're like, oh, I like this one, I like this one. And I was like, so took some pictures of them, and I ended up, because it was just so much cheaper buying them on a discounter, so I wasn't going to.
Oh yeah.
And Terraflora, they were so. They do have. I've expanded their collection so that they kind of. Well, my daughter for sure is on board, but trying to get my wife to kind of. I like Delina. Delina, I think it's really, really good. It really lasts. Man, I'm trying to think of, but her collection has definitely grown recently because she's gotten a little more on board. She just got a Bad Girl, or was it Good Girl? Carolina Herrera, the stiletto.
Yep. Looks like in the shape of the heel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carolina Herrera, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite ones for females I've smelled in a while.
It's a big seller.
Yes.
The Dillard's rep that she also works at the school, one of the schools. She has 3 bottles of that, and she says it's a gigantic seller.
Yes. And
that one's easy wear. That one smells really good.
Somebody want to answer Hugo's question?
Which?
I've never tried Da Vinci Cologne.
Oh, I want to get that one for sure. Of course, I don't have the Ofresh on why. So can't help him there too much.
The only thing
I don't have it in my collection either.
The only part I can help you with on this one, Hugo, is it really is similar to me to Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense. It's got this really bright citrus opening. It still has the DNA of YSLY, so it's a nice fragrance. But yeah, I've heard great things about that Da Vinci Cologne, but I haven't tried it. That's one of my short list of if I see a really good deal, I'll pick it up. But a lot of times those like super freshies like this one right here, like YSL, not YSL, Dolce & Gabbana, I'm going to lose it again. Help me out here. Light Blue Intense. Those fragrances don't always work so great for me. They die down, or there's little pieces about them that make my nose not feel too pleased with them. This guy right here, same thing. I was so excited about this fragrance.
Yeah.
But I wear it and I'm like, meh. I get kind of sad. I'm like, I was so excited about this. The lemon, the meringue smell, whatever the heck the thing was supposed to have to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I had a decant in my car, and I brought it with me somewhere, and I spilled it on my hands a little bit. Like the cap was like loose, or it wasn't a sealed one.
Yeah.
And I got it on my hands, and I had to walk around. And I could smell it throughout the day, and I was just like, man, this thing there's nothing amazing about this. But I do wear it at least 3 times a year just to try it again to see if I start to like it.
Yeah.
Like anything else, I don't like seafood that much, but I'll try it. I'll go back and try it again.
Mm-hmm. If I do like Da Vinci's, like that. I do got quite a couple, probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. And I like the scents, like it's.
Gentleman Only is good.
Gentleman Only is awesome.
Yeah.
This one is really, man, for wintertime, I think it's gorgeous. I do like it. I do like, some of them are discontinued. I made this one. Gentleman Only.
Yes.
This one right here has a skin accord, they said on there, which is kind of weird. But I do love
Yeah, I got the Simply Chic version of that too.
Yeah, so I do like that.
I got the big bottle of Gentleman Only.
I got the Play Intent, the mega bottle.
I never smelled that one.
So I mean, if I were to make a suggestion, I think the Da Vinci line would be for me better. I'm more leaning towards that, and I'm actually probably going to just blind buy that cologne one. Since you can't go to stores and get it, I figured. I think when my wife got some, she has like a $40 gift card for Macy's. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and use that towards, because it's going to expire in a couple weeks.
Like I've got the EDP. Do you like the Dior online?
Do I?
Yeah. If you do, you'll really like the EDP. It's the one that's in a clear. The inside of the bottle is black, but the bottle itself is clear. That's it right there. That stuff is phenomenal.
Stuff is great.
Yeah. Wait.
Because it's a really good spin on.
I got the
pretty much any of the Dior online.
No, I need to get that one. I know what
this is phenomenal.
About.
Yeah.
That's
the iris in that is just beautiful.
That's just a nice. You know what? The whole season when these came out, this was huge. Prada L'Homme Intense, CHMN Privé. The one was just coming really popular. All those fragrances were released right around the same time, if I'm correct, or at least they were hyped up a lot. I wasn't doing anything near where like a review, and this one here I was so psyched to get. And it's kind of crazy. This was one of those, someone showed up with a backpack and was like, pick your fragrance. I'm like, what? I think it's like $40.
Gentleman, right?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Da Vinci Gentleman.
Okay. Yeah, it is super good. It just starts out a little spicy, backed by the iris, which is sweet, buttery, and creamy. It's really, really good.
It doesn't have a ton of lasting power though. But it smells so good.
It's not as expensive as buying one of the Dior's.
That's true. You know what though? This is so I've tried a few. This is my favorite so far that I've tried from Da Vinci by far and away. Yeah, it's in my. So it's funny. It's on a shelf down here with Coach for Men. With this one, there's a La Nuit de L'Homme down there. A couple other things, because they're all fragrances that I consider very easy reaches that are just so easy to wear. They're just. I could grab those at any time. I almost always have a decanter of these with me. They're like this one specifically in fall.
Yeah,
but they're just great, easy frags.
I just think that the Da Vinci line is probably a little more. I like it better than I would say the wine. In my opinion.
Like I was saying before, I've never had a chance to smell any from that line. I'm interested in sooner or later get my nose on them. It'll make a sense. You've got almost all of them, don't you, out of that line?
All 4, yeah. It's out of control. Sometimes I want to punch myself in the face. And then I realize I'm like, sad face. I'm not going to lie.
Guys, we're getting really close to 2 hours, and I think that's a plenty long enough.
Yeah,
absolutely. Plus, we're going to go watch this.
Yeah, go wash your hands.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Man, I want to say thanks to all you guys for joining in with this. This makes it something fun for me. I think everybody had a good time.
Always.
Appreciate the invite.
For joining.
Always fun, man. I appreciate it, brother.
And if y'all need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. Even if y'all just need a chat,
Yeah,
whatever.
absolutely.
Always here.
That's the way the game is played.
Y'all take care.
All right, guys.
Take
I
it
will
easy.
talk to you later.
So from OutLaw Frags, we're out. See ya next time. Peace out, everybody. Oh, I feel like I'm all by myself now. I am all by myself. See you guys.